Juan Martinez, a 35-year-old software developer in Miami, Florida, sat at his desk debugging code when his phone buzzed. The message from his wife, Sophia, read, "Dad's not feeling well. I'm heading to his place in Tampa for the week. Don't worry, he just needs some company and help around the house." Juan paused, thumb hovering over the screen. Sophia, 32, had always been the organized one in their 4-year marriage. He'd even helped her land her marketing job at the firm last year by reviewing her resume and practicing interviews with her. He typed back quickly, "Give him my best. Hope he feels better soon." Simple, supportive. That's what a good husband does. But something felt off. Sophia's father, Carlos, had just returned from a fishing trip in the Everglades 3 days ago. Juan knew because Carlos had texted him photos of a massive snook he'd caught, grinning in the shots with the fish on the line. The old man, 60 and fit from years of outdoor work, looked healthier than ever. Juan set the phone down and tried to focus on his code, but the message nagged at him. No specifics, no flu, no back pain, just vague enough to avoid questions. People get sick after trips, sure, but this? He pulled up their shared location app, set up years ago for peace of mind during her work travels. The pin blinked not in Tampa, but at Lakeview Retreat, a luxury couples resort near Lake Okeechobee, 3 hours north. Juan zoomed in. The dot sat right on a cluster of private bungalows by the water. His jaw tightened. Lakeview wasn't for family caregiving. It was for romantic getaways, with packages for sunset cruises and private dinners. He closed the app and leaned back, mind racing through excuses. Maybe she was picking up supplies nearby. Maybe a glitch. Or maybe this confirmed the suspicions he'd pushed aside for months. The late work nights, her new phone password, the way she'd pull away from his kisses then act normal. Juan opened his laptop and searched the resort's website. Luxe bungalows, couple spa treatments, week-long escapes. He clicked reservations, needing a confirmation number to view bookings. He had access to Sophia's email. They'd shared passwords for joint accounts years ago and never changed them. Logging in from his phone, he searched Lakeview. There it was, confirmation for Bungalow 12, check-in Monday, check-out Sunday. A full week. Guest names, Sofia Martinez and Diego Rivera. Juan read it 3 times. Diego, 34, her co-worker she'd mentioned casually. Diego helped with that campaign. Diego recommended this spot for lunch. Always innocent. He stood, paced to the kitchen, poured a glass of water, drank it, poured another, then returned to reread the email. Nothing changed. His phone buzzed again. "Sophia, Dad's resting now. Making him some soup. Miss you." With a heart emoji. Juan replied, "Take care of him. Let me know if you need anything." He set the phone down, opened contacts, and found the lawyer who'd handled his brother's divorce 2 years back. No yelling, no begging, no chance for her to lie to his face. Let her enjoy her week at Lakeview, then end the marriage before she knew what hit her. Juan screenshotted the email, the location pin, saved everything in a folder. He dove back into work, acting normal, because as far as she knew, nothing was wrong. The next morning, Wednesday, he called the lawyer, Ramirez, 55, a no-nonsense guy his brother swore by. "Mr. Ramirez's office. How can I help? I need to speak with him about filing for divorce ASAP. He has an opening at 2 p.m. today. I'll be there." Juan took half the day off, telling his boss it was a family emergency, not entirely a lie. Ramirez's office was in downtown Miami, 3rd floor of a plain brick building. No fancy lobby, just a waiting room with chairs and a receptionist who'd seen every divorce drama. "He'll see you now." Ramirez shook his hand, gestured to a chair. "Tell me what's happening." Juan laid it out. The text, the location tracker, the resort booking, Diego's name. Ramirez listened, jotting notes on a yellow pad. When Juan finished, Ramirez set down his pen. "You own a house together?" "No, we rent. Lease in both names. Joint checking and savings. My paycheck goes to my personal first, then I transfer to joint for bills. She does the same." "Good, cleaner that way." "Kids?" "None. Married for years." Ramirez nodded. Florida's equitable distribution state, but no big assets or children makes this straightforward, especially if she's not contesting. "She will. Most do. But adultery's still grounds for fault divorce here. You have proof. That shifts leverage. How fast can we move? Papers drafted by Friday. Question is, when do you serve them?" One thought. She'd be at the resort till Sunday, home Monday. "Serve her there. Bungalow 12, Lakeview Retreat." Ramirez leaned back, a faint smile. "Bold. She wanted a week there. Make sure she gets the full experience." "Exactly. One more thing, Ramirez said. Act normal till then. No hints, you know. Don't move money yet. Nothing that looks like hiding assets. When she gets those papers, you want it airtight. Got it. And when she calls, and she will, don't answer. Let her panic. Puts you in a stronger spot. Juan shook his hand and left. Driving home, the apartment felt empty. Her coffee mug from Monday still in the sink, her running shoes by the door. Remnants of a life they'd built. He didn't feel sad or angry, just clear. That night, Sophia sent a photo. Supposedly Carlos's living room, a cozy fireplace, old armchair. He's improving. Watching an old Western with him. Juan ran a reverse image search. Stock photo from a decor site, not even trying. He replied, glad he's better. You're a good daughter. Thursday dragged. Sophia texted updates, made him breakfast. Short walk. He's napping. Juan responded warmly each time, clueless. But inside, he prepared. Friday morning, he transferred half the joint savings to his personal account. Exactly his share, screenshots before and after. Then he waited. At 3:30 p.m., his phone rang. Unknown number. He let it go to voicemail. No message. 3 minutes later, Sophia's number. It rang and rang. He silenced it and worked on. By 5 p.m., 6 missed calls, a dozen texts. He ignored them, poured a drink, flipped on a basketball game. The phone kept vibrating. He flipped it face down. Whatever she was saying, he didn't need to hear. He already knew enough. Twist. As one settled in, his phone buzzed with a text from Carlos. Sophia hasn't been here. What's going on, son? Juan's heart raced. Proof her lie extended to her father, too. But Carlos added, she's been distant lately. If you need to talk, I'm here. The betrayal deepened, but so did Juan's resolve. No confrontation yet. Let the papers do the talking. Juan slept soundly that night, the first time in months. Tomorrow, the real storm would hit. Juan woke Saturday morning to 17 missed calls, all from Sophia. He deleted the notifications without reading the texts, brewed coffee, scrambled eggs, and ate while browsing apartments online. Their lease ended in 2 months anyway. Time for something just his. The phone rang again, her number. He let it go to voicemail. It rang twice more. On the 4th try, he answered. Hello. Juan, are you serious right now? Sophia's voice shook with anger and panic. You filed for divorce. Serve me at a resort? Seemed like the right spot. You were already there. You don't understand. This isn't what it looks like. Bungalow 12. 7 days. You and Diego Rivera. What exactly am I not understanding? Silence. Then, how did you find out? Doesn't matter. What matters is you told me you were caring for your sick dad. By the way, I called Carlos yesterday. He's fine. Caught a 20-pound snook last week. Show me the pics again. You called my father? Wanted to check on him. Since you were so worried. You had no right. I had every right. I'm your husband. Or was. Now I'm just the guy divorcing you. We can talk about this. I can explain. No need. The lawyer has everything. Screenshots, hotel confirmation, location data. It's straightforward. Her voice cracked. Please, just come here. Let me explain face to face. Not driving 3 hours to hear you lie in person. I can get that over the phone for free. I made a mistake. It was stupid, but we can fix it. You didn't make a mistake. You planned a week away with another man and lied about where you were. That's a choice. You're really throwing 4 years away over this. I'm not throwing anything away. You did that when you booked Bungalow 12. I love you. Juan laughed. Couldn't help it. No, you don't. People who love don't do this. And therapy. We could try. Nothing to try. It's over. Sign the papers or don't. Either way, I'm done. You can't. He hung up. The phone rang immediately. He blocked her number. 10 minutes later, an unknown number. He answered anyway. This is Diego. Juan's grip tightened. Diego Rivera. Yeah, look, man. We should talk. This got out of hand. Wasn't my intention. You're married, Diego. Pause. That's not really. Simple question. Are you married? Yes, but. Then I hope your wife got served too. Have a good day. He hung up, blocked that number. By noon, he blocked 3 more. Her sister Lucia, her best friend, someone claiming to be a co-worker offering to mediate. He didn't need mediation. He needed the divorce. Ramirez called around too. Just checking in. How you holding up? Fine. She's called about 30 times. Blocked her. Good. Keep it up. The more she panics, the more mistakes she'll make. Any threats? Not yet. Just begging and bargaining. Typical. Let her sink. No interaction. If she shows at your place, don't let her in. If she makes a scene, Call police, document everything. We'll do one more thing. Come to the office Monday morning. We'll review financials and file everything with the court. I'll be there. Juan spent the rest of Saturday cleaning the apartment, bagging her bathroom stuff, removing their photos from the walls, packing what was clearly hers. Not cruelty, just practicality. She'd need her things eventually. Better ready. Sunday morning, a text from an unknown number. This is Carlos. Don't know what happened between you two, but my daughter's hysterical. She needs you. Juan replied. Ask her where she spent the last week. Then ask yourself if I'm the problem. No response. By Sunday night, his phone showed 39 blocked call attempts from various numbers. He poured a drink, turned on the TV. Tomorrow, she'd return to a half-empty apartment with changed locks, and he'd be at Ramirez's ensuring the divorce processed as fast as legally possible. For years of marriage ending in a week. Fitting, since that's how long her trip was supposed to last. Monday started with pounding on the door at 6:30 a.m. Juan, coffee in hand, prepped for his 9 a.m. meeting with Ramirez, peered through the peephole. Sophia. She knocked harder. I know you're in there. Your car's outside. We need to talk. He sipped his coffee, said nothing. Please, open up. 5 minutes. That's all I ask. He refilled his mug in the kitchen, checked the time. Plenty of buffer. The knocking went on 10 more minutes, then stopped. He heard her muffled voice on the phone, couldn't make out words. Didn't need to. 15 minutes later, he slipped out the building's back entrance for trash pickup, got in his car, and drove to Ramirez's without looking back. Ramirez had the papers ready, financial statements, asset division, all documented. She tried to contact you? Showed at the apartment this morning. Didn't answer. Smart. Keep it that way. Now timelines. Florida needs 6 months separation for no fault, but with adultery grounds, we accelerate. Still minimum 60 days for court processing, but we can wrap in 3 months if she cooperates. If not, longer and costlier. Her choice. Juan signed where indicated, initialed, dated, the mechanical end of a marriage. One thing, Ramirez said. The apartment. Lease in both names. Yes. Renews in 2 months. Don't renew. Find your own place. Let her figure hers. You're not responsible for her housing anymore. Already looking. Good. Cancel joint credit cards. Remove her as authorized user on anything in your name. Close the joint checking once bills are paid. Keep records. Done. Ramirez leaned back. You're handling this better than most. I saw it coming. Maybe not exactly this, but something. How so? One thought back. January. She started late nights 2, 3 times a week. Said short-staffed. I believed her. Then new phone password. Work security. Believe that too. When do you stop? February. Supposed to dinner with friends. She canceled last minute. Work emergency. I drove by her office. Parking lot empty. Called her. Yeah, noisy background. Said she was at the office. Promised to make it up. Ramirez nodded, noting. March, gym 5 mornings a week. Came home showered, energized. Thought it was great. Then noticed she never brought her gym bag inside. Left it in the car. Checked it. Last week. Workout clothes, plus a change of nicer outfit, makeup bag, perfume. For him. Confronted her. About the gym. Asked why extra clothes. Said sometimes met co-workers for coffee after. Innocent enough. And you wanted to believe. Part of me did. The other started paying attention. Came home. Her hair smelled like hotel shampoo, not sweat. Mentioned work chats, but details never matched. Little things, easy to dismiss alone. Death by 1,000 cuts. Exactly. Then last week, saw a notification while she showered. Message from someone saved as HR bro. Can't wait for next week. Felt off. Phone unlocked. I checked the thread. Not HR Diego. She'd renamed him. What did they say? Trip plans. What to pack. How excited. He called her baby. Hearts from her. Confront then? No. Screenshots to myself. Deleted traces. Waited. Knew if I called her out, she'd have an excuse. Twist it, make me the bad guy for distrust. So you let her go? Let her think I had no clue. Let her commit fully, no backing out, claiming emotional affair only. 6 nights in that bungalow. Evidence no one explains away. Ramirez smiled. Played your cards right. Most explode right away. Yell, cry, throw stuff. You documented, strategized. Wasn't giving her the satisfaction of seeing me beg. She chose. I chose. Your approach saves time and money. She has no leverage. Juan left an hour later with copies, drove to a storage unit, rented a space. Spent the afternoon hauling his stuff from the apartment. Clothes, electronics, documents. Left furniture, kitchenware, anything shared or unimportant. By evening, his car was loaded, the place hotel bare. His phone buzzed, unknown number. Please talk. I'll do anything. Quit my job. We move, start over. One chance. He deleted it. Another. You're cruel. I messed up, but acting like I killed someone. He powered off, drove to his brother's across town. Brother opened the door, stepped aside. She cheat. Yeah. Divorce filed. Yeah. Beers in the fridge. That's why he liked his brother. No judgment, just quiet beer. One stayed at his brother's that night, crashing on the couch. He woke Tuesday to 18 new texts and 11 voicemails. He skipped them all, called a realtor about an apartment listing online instead. 1 bedroom, 10th floor, river views in downtown Miami. Clean start. The realtor scheduled a viewing for Thursday. Wednesday afternoon, security buzzed his desk at work. Someone here to see you. Says she's your wife. Tell her I'm in a meeting. She insists. Says it's urgent. Tell her to leave, or you'll escort her out. 5 minutes later, his boss stopped by. Everything okay? Security mentioned a situation. Personal matter. Handled. Thanks. Let me know if you need anything. No prying. Just here if you do. That evening, one met mutual friends, Carlos, Austin, and Garrett, at a sports bar. They'd known each other since college. Carlos arrived first, ordered a pitcher before Juan sat. Heard some rumors. Want to talk? She cheated. Filed for divorce. That's the summary. Austin joined, caught the end. Seriously? With who? Her co-worker. Spent last week at a couple's resort telling me she was with her sick dad. That's low, Austin said. Garrett nodded. Her sister called my girlfriend. Tried getting her to convince you to talk. Said you're being unreasonable. Unreasonable how? Something about not giving her a chance to explain, throwing the marriage away over a misunderstanding. One laughed. Misunderstanding. Right. Because accidentally spending 6 nights with another guy in a bungalow happens all the time. Her family's spinning it, Carlos said. Making you the villain. Let them. I have proof. Hotel bookings, location data, texts. She can spin whatever. Facts don't change. Need anything? Austin asked. Place to stay? Moving help? I'm good. At my brother's for now. Found a spot, signing next week. Our lease ends soon anyway. Won't renew. She can deal. His phone vibrated, her mom's name. He declined. 4th time today. Whole family's trying. Talked to any? Her dad texted Sunday. Told him to ask her where she was. Hasn't replied. Garrett poured another round. You're taking it better than I would. What's the alternative? Yell? Beg her back? She's shown who she is. I'm responding accordingly. Thursday morning, an email from her sister Lucia. Long, emotional, about family, forgiveness, everyone makes mistakes. One forwarded it to Ramirez without replying. Ramirez called 10 minutes later. Don't respond. Any communication from her or family goes straight to me. You stay silent. Understood? Got it. Also, got a call from her lawyer this morning. She hired someone? Denise Morton. Decent, not great. Wants to negotiate terms. What kind? She's willing to sign quick if you split everything 50/50ths, including your savings. She wants half my money. Opening offer. Standard tactic. She has no leverage, but her lawyer has to try. Counter. We offer nothing beyond legal minimum. Half the joint account, which is basically empty now. Her personal stuff. That's it. Your savings, car, investments, all separate property she has no claim to. If she fights, we go to trial, present adultery evidence. Judge sides with you. Florida courts don't favor cheaters, especially with documentation. She loses, pays more in fees. Send the counter. Friday, Juan signed the lease on his new apartment. He spent the weekend moving in phases. Brother helped. They hauled boxes, assembled basics. By Sunday night, it felt like home. Monday morning, she waited outside his building as he left for work. We need to talk. No, we don't. You can't avoid me forever. Not avoiding. Ignoring. Big difference. I deserve a chance to explain. You had 4 years to be honest. Chose lies. That's explanation enough. I love you. You love the idea of not being the bad guy. The stability I provided. I do love you. If you did, you wouldn't have been at Lakeview with Diego. It was a mistake. Booking a resort room? Mistake. Lying about your dad? Mistake. 6 nights with a married man? Mistake. When does it stop being mistakes and start being who you are? She started crying. Why are you so cruel? Not cruel. Clear. Marriage is over. Sign the papers and move on. And if I don't, then trial. I'll show the judge everything. You'll lose anyway, but it'll cost us both more time and money. Your choice. He walked past to his car. She called after him. Everyone thinks you're handling this wrong. Even your friends. He stopped, turned. Which friends? She didn't answer. Yeah, thought so. Lying again. Like about your dad. Like where you were. Can't help it. He got in the car and drove off. In the rear view, she stood with her phone, probably calling someone to complain about his unreasonableness. Didn't matter. In 3 months, it'd be someone else's problem. He'd be free. As one pulled into work, his phone pinged. An anonymous email from a company insider. Diego's wife Maria knows everything. She's furious. Confronted Sophia at the office today. HR's involved. Your proof sealed it. One smiled faintly. The tip he'd sent Maria anonymously had worked faster than expected, unraveling Sophia's world at work too. No more leverage there. 3 months passed. One sat in the Miami courthouse, Ramirez beside him reviewing final documents. She signed everything last week. No opposition. This is just formality. Across the aisle, Sophia sat with Morton. She didn't glance his way. Her hair was shorter now. She looked worn. The judge called their case. They stood, approached the bench. The whole process took 12 minutes. Divorce granted, assets divided as agreed, case closed. For years dissolved faster than a sitcom episode. Outside, Ramirez shook Juan's hand. Handled it well? Most make it harder. Just wanted it done. It's over. Good luck. Juan drove back to his apartment. The one he'd built alone. No shared memories, no decor debates. Just his space. Work had thrived. He'd poured energy into a stalled project, finished it 2 weeks early. Got recognition at the quarterly meeting. Boss hinted at a promotion come spring. Weekends, he'd resumed hiking, something he'd dropped years ago because Sophia never joined. Drove to the Everglades trails, spent Saturdays on paths, returned tired but clear-headed. Reconnected with old contacts, accepted invites he'd once skipped. A concert, a weekend trip to Orlando with Austin and Garrett. Lived without constant phone checks or worrying about someone else's schedule. Twist, 2 weeks post-divorce, Juan's phone rang. Carlos. Son, need to talk. I knew about the affair. Stayed quiet for her sake. But now, you deserve better. Let's fish this weekend, like old times. Juan paused, surprised. Carlos had become an ally, not just in law. The call shifted something. Family ties realigned without Sophia's lies in the mix. Juan agreed. They met at the dock Saturday, rods in hand. Carlos reeled in a tarpon first, handed Juan the net. Proud of how you handled it. No drama, just action. Learn from the best, Juan said, clapping his shoulder. That night, Juan met a new colleague, Elena, 33, from the dev team, for coffee after a late project wrap. Casual chat turned to shared hikes. She joined his next trail outing. Slow, no rush, just connection without baggage. Sophia's life unraveled meanwhile. Word spread at her firm. The resort scandal, HR probe from Maria's complaint. They transferred her to a dead-end admin role, no more client campaigns. She couch-surfed at Lucia's, scraping by on reduced pay. Diego's marriage ended quick. His wife filed, citing the texts Juan's tip exposed. He paid alimony, got demoted. Juan ran into Sophia at a public supermarket, produce aisle. She looked up, froze. He nodded, kept pushing his cart. Wait. She stopped him. He turned. How have you been? Fine. You? Managing. She shifted. Living with Lucia temporarily. Okay. I'm sorry for everything. I know it doesn't change things, but I needed you to hear it. All right. That's all. Just all right. What do you want me to say? I accept. I forgive. We can be friends? I don't know. Something. Not treat me like a stranger. You were a stranger. Someone I thought I knew. Turns out, no? Now we're divorced. That makes you one. That's harsh. No. Accurate. She looked down. Heard you got promoted. Not yet. Soon, probably. Good. You deserve it. Thanks. Silence stretched. I really am sorry, she said again. I think you regret it didn't go your way. Getting caught. Not what you did. Because if you did, you wouldn't have. That's not fair. Fair would have been honest when feelings for Diego started. Ending our marriage before starting with him. You don't get to lecture on fair. He grabbed a cart, walked away. Heard her call once. Didn't turn. At checkout, his phone buzzed. Text from Carlos. Poker night Friday. You in? Bring beer. Yeah, got it. He loaded groceries into his car, drove home as the sun dipped behind buildings. Back in the apartment, He unpacked, cooked dinner, ate watching a game. Phone stayed quiet. No desperate pleas, no blocked numbers, no family guilt trips. Just good silence. He thought of the man he'd been 6 months ago, walking on eggshells, ignoring red flags, convincing himself it was fine. That version would have crumbled, taken her back, spent years wondering if she'd cheat again. This one was stronger, clearer, not to prove a point, but because he'd stopped settling. Sophia chased the thrill of secrecy, the resort escape, the fantasy of a new with someone else. Got 6 days. Then divorce papers, ruined rep, sister's couch. One reclaimed his life. Better job, better place, better self. Some call it karma. He called it consequences. She chose. He chose, and would again. Friday arrived, poker night. One showed up at Carlos's with a case of beer and chips. The group, Austin, Garrett, and a couple others, greeted him with claps on the back. Heard the divorce finalized. Free man now? Feels that way, one said, dealing the first hand. They played late, laughter filling the room over bad bluffs and inside jokes. One lost his stack by midnight, but didn't care. Driving home, he chuckled at Garrett's story of his latest disastrous date. Parked in his spot, climbed the stairs, unlocked the door. His apartment, his space, his life. No shared calendar, no obligations, no wondering where someone else was, or with whom. Just him. And that was enough, more than enough. Exactly what he needed. The next week, Juan's promotion came through. Senior developer, with a raise and lead on a new project. He celebrated with a solo hike in the Everglades. Phone off, breathing the fresh air. Back at work, Elena texted. Trail this weekend? Heard you crushed that deadline. He replied yes. Third outing, easy rhythm building. Sophia's fallout deepened. At the firm, the HR investigation dragged. They suspended her pending review. No clients trusted her after the gossip. She quit, took a retail job at a mall kiosk, barely covering rent at Lucia's. Diego faced his own mess. Court dates for the divorce. Alimony draining his account. Forced transfer to a branch in Tampa. Maria, his ex, started dating someone from her gym, moving on fast. One heard updates through mutual channels, but stayed detached. No schadenfreude, just closure. Twist. One evening, Juan's phone rang. Sophia's number, unblocked for legal remnants. Juan, please. It's bad. Lost my job. Can we talk? Maybe coffee as friends? He paused, then no. Boundaries now. Handle your choices. She pressed. Carlos told me you two fished. He likes you more than me now. That's not right. Carlos chose truth over lies. Like I did. Goodbye. He blocked her again. The call hit hard. Not regret, but confirmation. Her patterns lingered, pulling others in. Carlos texted right after. Ignore her. We're good. Dinner soon? Juan smiled. Real family. Earned. Months rolled on. Juan's life solidified. He mentored juniors at work, landed a side gig consulting. Weekends alternated. Poker, hikes with Elena, now official, slow and steady, fishing with Carlos. The old man shared stories of his own past mistakes, lessons one absorbed without judgment. Elena fit seamlessly, adventurous, honest, no games. Their first real date, a sunset boat rental on Biscayne Bay. She reeled in a snapper, high-fived him. Teamwork, she said. No rush to labels, just genuine steps. Sophia spiraled further. Lucia confided to Austin, who told one indirectly endless apologies, job hunts failing, therapy sessions where she blamed stress. But no real change. Texts to old flames, same patterns. Carlos cut contact, tired of the drama. She'll learn or not, he told one over beers. You already did. One ran into her again, this time at a gas station. She pumped fuel, spotted him. Juan. He nodded, kept walking. Wait. How's life? Better. She hesitated. I'm trying to fix things. New job, therapy. Good for you. That's it. Yeah. On your path now. She deflated. I ruined everything. You did. But starting over's possible, with honesty. He drove off, no backward glance. Reflecting that night, one realized the real win. Not revenge, but rebirth. He'd documented lies, served papers legally, walked away clean. Sophia bore consequences, job loss, isolation, self-reckoning, without his hand forcing more. Fair, lawful, final. Elena called as he settled in. Missed you on the trail today. Next week? Count on it. He hung up, poured water, looked out at the city lights. From code debugger to lead dev, from ignored suspicions to clear choices. Betrayal broke the old life. Resolve built the new. Stronger ties, deeper peace. No more settling. Our story ends here. If you made it, what do you think? Justice served? Hit subscribe for more tales of comeback and consequence. I've queued 2 similar videos you'll love. Click through. Catch you in the next one.